Well, winter break is starting to wind down and kiddos are heading back to the classroom after some time off. Some kiddos might be anxious or nervous to head back to school because of bullying. Well, joining us with some guidance is Drew Alborg, the Executive Director of the Bullying Recovery Resource Center. Good to see you, Drew. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Claudia?
I'm doing well. Super intrigued as I was looking through the segment this morning because I'm a mom to an 8-year-old and 15-year-old. So this hits home for me. But here's the interesting part, Drew. January, typically a time for an uptick in bullying.
You know, we're coming into our 7th year as a charity, and traditionally we have seen from January 15th until May, we are incredibly busy. It's new parents calling us. They need some help with advocacy, reporting the bullying, things like that.
Wow.
So I don't know if it's actually more bullying. It might be, but it might be more children reporting the bullying.
Okay, yeah. which is good. We want kiddos talking. Well, this isn't easy for kids to talk about. Again, what are some signs we as parents should be watching for, or some red flags here? You know,
and it's important that we watch because statistics say 46% of those kids will not report the bullying, which is absolutely amazing to me. And that can be for a multitude of reasons. There's shame, there's embarrassment, things like that. They might fear retaliation.
Of course.
But as a parent, we should be looking for anything that's changing, big changes, where the child doesn't want to go to school anymore, friends aren't coming over, maybe torn clothing, homework not looking appropriate, dropping grades, lots of sleep, lots of headaches, stomach aches. Any of that could be a sign that something is going on, including bullying.
What's the best way to approach your child, Drew, in your experience?
Well, you know, what we advise our parents is to listen. And it's really hard, especially if they're coming to you and possibly telling you something that can be very traumatic. And it's important to just calm down, listen, close that computer, put that phone away, and take the time. Let the child know they did nothing to deserve it, that together you will come up with a solution or a way to report it and to work through it together, that they have an ally, that it's okay, they did nothing wrong.
Okay, see, that's good advice there. Now, the age of social media, moms and dads out there, you feel me on this one. This can be big. There is a thing as cyberbullying. How on earth do we know that something like this could be happening to our child?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's, you know, it's the same type of advice. Be open to listening to your child, but as well as, especially if the child is younger, have that computer in a central place in the office or in the house, so the parents can kind of walk by and see what's going on. Talk to your child about online safety, how important that is. They never give out passwords. Tell them to look out for bullying with other kids too, that they can report that. There's always Safe to Tell that they can report to as well as any trusted adult.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really important though. And there's apps that you can actually, as a parent, look and see what the child is doing online.
Okay, and again, it's about communicating with your child constantly and looking
calmly.
Out. And calmly. Okay, that's a big one.
It's hard, right?
It's hard. I know. Sometimes I got to stop myself and say, all right, I got to tone it down a little bit because she's just closing down on me. Okay, if parents need extra support, now here's a great thing. You offer help and resources at the Bullying Recovery Resource Center. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. Most of the work we do is advocacy with parents. So the parents will call us and tell us about the bullying that's happening. We will gather a lot of information, including the age of the child, where they're located, if it's been reported, how long, lots of things. And we, as a group, will come up with next steps, what that might be. Okay. Sometimes it is getting a lawyer involved. Sometimes it's reporting it again. We'll advise parents how to report, how to talk about it, why it's important to always report in writing. If the school has something to fill out, they need to fill that out to report bullying and follow up. But we're there to help empower the family to get that bullying to stop.
Okay, this is a wonderful resource, again, for parents. I just don't think any child should have to fear going to school or have that feeling of just uncomfortableness or shame or any kind of negative emotion. So thank goodness for you and the work that you guys do. Thank you so much, Drew, for being with us today. And so surprising for myself as a mom this morning. Okay, everyone, to contact the Bullying Recovery Resource Center, especially as Drew mentioned this time of year, call them at 303-991 911-1397 or visit them online at bullyingrecoveryresourcecenter.org. You can also find out more details about their upcoming event in March. While you are there, make sure you look into that.